First at 4, breaking news on abortion in Michigan. It's the biggest victory so far for those who support abortion rights. But this fight is far from over. We'll explain. And here's Kim Adams.
It's been a beautiful afternoon. We've spent most of the time in the upper 70s, but within the last 15 minutes, we've popped up to 81 degrees at Metro Airport, and it's getting even warmer over the next several days. I'll have your forecast in a few minutes.
His electric wheelchair broke down, and he had no friends or family to call to get him to his home. I'm Evrod Cassimy. Wait until you hear who came to his rescue and the extreme effort that it took to get him to safety.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
First at 4, breaking news on the legality of abortion in Michigan. A 1931 law that makes the procedure illegal in almost all cases has been ruled unconstitutional for the first time. Now, it's just part of the battle, but here's what we know right now. Today, a court of claims judge made her ruling in a case filed by Planned Parenthood and others. She found the law violates the equal protection clauses of the state constitution and would deprive women of their right to bodily integrity and autonomy. The judge has issued a permanent injunction that prevents the Attorney General from enforcing that law. She also ruled the AG must give copies of the order to every county prosecutor so they cannot enforce the law either. This ruling will likely be appealed and could end up in the hands of Michigan Supreme Court. The High Court is already considering an abortion rights proposal for the November ballot. Kimberly Gill has that part of the story for us.
Hi, Karen. Yes, hi. Good afternoon to you. Last week, the State Board of Canvassers rejected the ballot proposal that would add abortion rights to the state constitution. The group Reproductive Freedom for All appealed to Michigan's Supreme Court to reverse that decision. The court has until this Friday, September 9th, to decide if the measure will make the November ballot. That's a deadline for election officials to start formatting the ballots that need to be ready for absentee and early voting. Critics say there were spacing and spelling problems with the petitions, making them hard to understand. A few groups have filed briefs supporting the appeal, and today, Attorney General Dana Nessel added her voice to the debate. She blasted the State Board of Canvassers, arguing the state legislature never set specific standards for the kind of errors some board members said should keep it off the ballot.
Two of the board's members thought the word spacing was insufficient, and they effectively created and applied legislation of their own. And by aggrandizing itself, this unelected board has treated the Constitution of this state as an advisory document, and it's stripped the people of their right to amend the Constitution.
Okay, so right now we're waiting to see how the Supreme Court will rule on that ballot proposal. We've been told a decision will come late this week, possibly even by Friday. And as you pointed out, Karen, the court battles also continue as well. Right now, our Rod Maloney is gathering reaction to all of this and will join us live when you join us tonight on Local 4 News at 5. For now, Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Kim. Well, there's a lot of confusion right now on the campus of Eastern Michigan University as hundreds of members of the faculty are on strike. New at 4, the administration is seeking an injunction to force them to go back to work. The picket lines were launched this morning after a vote to walk off the job in spite of a state law that makes it illegal. The two sides have been fighting over pay raises as well as the cost of health care. We're told the two sides are still talking. This is another developing story. We will have an update at 5. Also a live report from Ypsilanti on Local 4 News at 6. Southfield police are investigating after a student was arrested for having a loaded handgun on campus. It started before 9 this morning at the Southfield A&T school at 10 Mile and Losser. Someone reported a student might have a weapon. The school resource officer and security personnel responded, found the student in a hallway, and then secured a handgun. The 16-year-old was taken into custody. So far, there's no evidence of any active threats made toward anyone at the school. Prosecutors will make a charging decision. Southfield police are celebrating 3 arrests in a violent carjacking, the chief crediting the mobilization of the Regional Auto Theft Task Force. Police say 3 men approached the victim at the Regal Towers apartment complex over on Franklin Road on August 17th. They demanded the keys to his car and then shot him in the leg. They got away, but the task force has now arrested all of those suspects. The alleged shooter, Calvin Griffin, is being held without bond. The other 2 have their bond set at $2 million. The chief says that sends a message.
The police agencies involved in this crime, the prosecutor's office, and the judges collectively are sending the message. if you commit a crime in Southfield or anywhere in Oakland County, there will be a certainty of punishment.
The victim's father says his son faces a long road to recovery. His son's right leg is badly injured. They're grateful for the arrest, but still can't believe what happened to their family.
First of all, I should be, taking my son to ball games, buying him a pop, hot dog, enjoying that type of life. But instead, I'm buying bedside commodes and learning how to pack a gunshot wound.
Right now, his son remains hospitalized. Well, the Detroit arson team is looking for answers right now after a fire over in southwest Detroit leaves a young man dead. It happened very early this morning on Lanyo Street near Michigan Avenue. Police say the body of the 25-year-old was found upstairs in the home. So far, investigators aren't saying much about how the fire actually started or how the man died. We will be following the investigation and we'll bring you updates as we learn more. Let's take a minute to check out your first forecast. The view of the riverfront shows it's really a pretty comfortable September afternoon right now. Here's meteorologist Kim Adams.
It is. It's beautiful. We've had a lot of sunshine today, just a couple of clouds, and that heat has started to build up just a little bit here in Metro Detroit. Our normal high for this time of year is 78 degrees. We are right now at 81, and we're not quite done there. We're going to be in the mid-80s, it looks like, over the next several days. Out to the west, they already have temperatures in the mid-80s. Around here, it's nice and clear. We've got sunshine for the next several days. So for this evening, if you have plans, sports, anything outside, taking the dog for a walk, it will be cooling down quite nicely, still comfortable with lows overnight tonight in the 50s. But look at these high temperatures over the next several days. Friday, 84, Saturday, mid-80s. But then we start to fall back off again on Sunday with a few showers expected. I'll have your complete forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Kim. The suspect in a deadly stabbing spree in Canada continues to evade police. Now, we told you authorities had surrounded a home yesterday, but police determined he wasn't there. They're looking for Miles Sanderson in connection with 10 fatal stabbings. Police have revealed those victims range in age from just 23 years old to 78. All of those victims, except one, are from the indigenous community of James Smith Cree Nation. 18 others are hurt, with a few in critical condition. The search for the Sandersons has now spread to the entire province of Saskatchewan. We saw a first family reunion a short time ago as President Biden welcomed Barack and Michelle Obama back to the White House. It was for the unveiling of the official portraits of former President Obama and the former First Lady. His was painted by an artist named Robert McCurdy. Hers was done by Sharon Sprung. It's the first time the Obamas have visited the White House together since they left back in 2017. And the visit restores a tradition that was skipped when former President Donald Trump was in office. Well, it has to be one of the worst feelings in the world. Imagine you are stuck somewhere. You have no way to get home and really nobody to call for help. That recently happened to a Sterling Heights resident who was so desperate and then dialed the only number he could think of. Local 4's Evrod Cassimy shows us his ride home thanks to some heroes who are always ready to serve.
I'll go first.
They're here to protect and serve, and Rodney Sellers now knows that firsthand. Friday night, he was left stranded when his electric wheelchair battery died.
Me riding the chair more than I have to ride it, it made the battery run low by the time I got off at the bus over there, at the bus stop over there at Lakeside Mall, and it stopped right at the section.
Sellers has muscular dystrophy and cannot walk and has limited mobility with his hands. He had no friends or family to call for help, so he went with his only other option. He called 911. The Sterling Heights police and fire departments showed up to help.
There's no way to put it in like neutral and I'll push it?
So Rodney Sellers was on the other side of Lakeside Mall, about a half a mile from his home, where he would be able to plug his wheelchair in and recharge it. It took officers and firefighters about 20 minutes to push it all the way home.
What's the best way to get home? If I go through that parking lot that way? I'll take over from here. You want to drive my car to the next spot? Yeah. All right.
I mean, anytime that our citizens call upon us to show up to help out, we're going to show up, regardless of what it is.
Because it was a special thing they did. It was special, you know. You don't see people doing that all the time. It was just special. It's like, oh, even the chief got off the fire truck and he even helped. He said, no, I'm part of the crew too. I said, you gonna help? He said, I'm part of the crew too.
For Rodney, this was life-saving. For these officers and firefighters, it was...
Yeah, it was a good workout.
all in a day's work. In Sterling Heights, Evrod Cassimy.
Thank you, officer. Thank you.
Local 4.
By the way, Sellers also says his wheelchair battery does need some servicing. It normally lasts an entire day, so he is hoping to get a new one soon so he isn't left stranded again.